Hey everybody, it's Jason the Total Drama Fan, and I have a pretty interesting video for you guys about a DVD set that I had no idea was coming out until I found out in a YouTube video. So, today we're going to be taking a look at the complete first season of the original Powerpuff Girls series on DVD. Of course, most of you should probably already know about the Powerpuff Girls. We all love the original series. Well, at least most people do. So, yeah, I don't really need to give an introduction about that. But what I do need to give an introduction for is the way that this set has been released. So before I go any further into the video, I want to give a shout out to a YouTuber named Future Gohan SSJ2. He did a really interesting video on his channel recently, and he showed that Walmart was starting to sell reissued DVD sets of their older, not their older, because obviously they've been sold everywhere in their first few years of being released, but the older DVD releases of some Cartoon Network shows. So, these DVD sets are repackagings in every sense of the word. They have new slipcovers on top, but underneath, the case and the artwork on the disc and the inserts are exactly the same, advertising some DVDs that have since been discontinued on the back of those inserts. So, he showed in that video this set, as well as Season 1 of Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, Season 1 of Eddy, and 4 kid favorites, the Cartoon Network Hall of Fame Collection Volume 1. I already have those other 3 DVDs, original releases, so I didn't feel like I needed to get them. And even though they do have the new slipcovers on them, and they look nice, but I wanted to get this one because it was the only one of the 4 in that video that I didn't already have. So this is apparently part of a new series of DVDs. Well, technically, they're just repackaging in a new style of releases. But, they consider it to be a series called Cartoon Network Presents. So besides the 4 that I already mentioned, I actually went to Walmart to get this today, and I also saw that they were selling some of the season sets for Adventure Time, as well as the 4 kid favorite Cartoon Network Hall of Fame Volume 2 in this style of packaging. So, yeah. So the link to his channel as well as the video where he revealed that these DVDs were being released in the description. And there's another shout out that I'm going to give, but I'm saving that for later in the video. So, yeah. The most interesting thing about it is that they had the complete first season of Eddy, which went out of print back in 2016. And I feel a little bit ticked off because I got that DVD set used at Rasputin's, a store that sells used CDs, DVDs, and records for $12 used after it went out of print, and I was all like, oh, now I have this really cool out of print DVD. But now, with the new release, well, technically it's the old release underneath the new slipcover that's being sold at Walmart, that means the set is back in print. And I saw that when I went to my Walmart over here in Oregon, that was the DVD set that they had the most copies of. And I'm all like, well, that's just great. That was a bit anticlimactic, my search for that DVD. If that's what they're doing, taking some out-of-print DVDs and reissuing them in these new slipcovers, I really hope that they reissue Season 1 of The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, since that set has been out of print for a very long time, just like Ed, Edd n Eddy's Season 1 set, and unlike that set, I haven't been able to find it used in any store that sells used DVDs. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Or maybe behind. I don't know. But let's just take a look at this DVD set. now that I've given a little origin on it. So here is the slipcover, and they sealed the slipcover itself, so you can't tell that they reissued the old packaging in this new slipcover. But anyway, the slipcover is pretty nice looking on the front cover. On the top, we see the Cartoon Network logo, the original Powerpuff Girls logo, says the complete first season, and we see Buttercup, Bubbles, and Blossom. And on the left, it says Cartoon Network Presents. And the background of the front of the slipcover has a rainbow-ish design representing each of the three girls. So, yeah, it's nice. And it sort of matches with the top and bottom of the box, too. So, it's nice. The left and right sides of the slipcover both look pretty much the same. They both got the Cartoon Network Hall of Fame collection logo. That's interesting because, for those of you who don't know, the Cartoon Network Hall of Fame collection was a series of DVDs for older Cartoon Network shows that started getting released in 2010. So far, in that series, they released the complete series of Courage the Cowardly Dog, Season 1 of Dexter's Laboratory, and Season 1 of Johnny Bravo. So, it says Cartoon Network Presents on the front, but the side says Cartoon Network Hall of Fame Collection. So I'm wondering if the Cartoon Network Presents series is supposed to be like the new incarnation of the Hall of Fame collection. I don't know, it's a little bit interesting, but it's still something. It's weird, it's nothing like too major, but it's still something I wanted to point out. So, after the Cartoon Network Hall of Fame collection logos, we see the original Powerpuff Girls logo, a DVD icon, and the Warner Brothers logo. For some weird reason, though, it doesn't say the complete first season on the side. That's weird. Here is the back. So once again, it has Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup, and the description reads, "From a simple beaker is born the most powerful crime-fighting trio on Earth, the Powerpuff Girls. When Professor Utonium, a lonely genetic engineer, tries creating the perfect little girl in his lab, he haphazardly adds chemical X to the mix and accidentally creates Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup, the Powerpuff Girls. And now, the evil villains of Townsville quake in fear as the girls soar through the air, battling even the most nefarious no-good-doers. Mojo Jojo, the Amoeba Boys, the Gang Green Gang, and even the Boogeyman are no match for sugar, spice, and everything nice." Then at the bottom, we see a little description of the special features, including the original student film from the show's creator, Craig McCracken, which is called Whoop-Ass Stew, but since this is a DVD for a children's show, and the name was changed from Whoop-Ass Girls to Powerpuff Girls for a reason, it's not referenced as that on here. And some animatics, and an interview with Craig McCracken, and it also says, "and more." So I'm guessing there are other extras on here too. Then at the bottom we see the Cartoon Network checkerboard logo and some legal information. And you can pause here if you want to read all this information here. Noticeable typos on here. First off, the first copyright date says copyright 2019 Cartoon Network. But then later on it says S18, implying 2018 because the S and the last two digits in the date year are things that Warner Brothers does with their properties, like Cartoon Network, Hanna-Barbera, and DC. So yeah, there's that. And it also says that the episodes are in widescreen, which they obviously aren't. Because like I said, this is a direct repackaging, and so the episodes are, of course, in full frame, 4x3. So, yeah, you can tell that Warner Brothers did not put the best effort into even doing a simple repackaging of this. So, without further ado, let's open it up, see what's inside. You know, the works for these types of DVD videos. Okay, I have to pause the camera so I can get a good grip on the wrapping. So, now that I've taken the wrapping off of the slipcover, now you can see once and for all. Here, let me pull this off the packaging underneath off of the slipcover. All right. Voila! You can already tell underneath that they recycled the exact same package because you can see the older Cartoon Network logo on the bottom right corner. The one from 2004. And here is the full package. And yep, it is indeed a direct recycling of the original package. But you know, I don't have this DVD release anyway, so it's not something that I'm super nitpicking about or anything like that. It's just something that I wanted to bring up. So yeah, I do prefer the package artwork on this, though. But, you know, the artwork on the slipcover is nice enough. So, here is the front, top, bottom, left side, right side, and the back of the box. And it actually has different descriptions. Well, a little bit of a different description here than it does on the actual slipcover, but not too much. Like it says cue dramatic music in parentheses next to the bold emphasis of Powerpuff Girls. But yeah, and it does have special features on it, and it lists all the other special features that the back of the slipcover does not mention. So now that we take a look at the actual box, underneath that box is a Digipak, a type of box packaging where each disc has their own individual tray that Warner Brothers usually doesn't use on their DVD releases. So that's really cool that they did that. Oh, that's cool. So inside we have a introduction from the show's creator, Craig McCracken. You can pause here if you want to read this. And here are the two discs. They did a really creative job of the two discs. They actually are designed to look like Blossom's eyes. I don't know why, but I keep on confusing Buttercup and Blossom. That happened with my old video. Well, not really old, but the video I made I think it was like a month ago, about the toys that I got at that toy store in Alameda, Toy Safari, and I kept on mixing up their Blossom and Buttercup's names. I don't know why I keep on doing that, though. So yeah, the two discs are designed to look like Blossom's eyes. And yeah, they did a pretty good job packaging this. And the inside lists what episodes are included on each disc, and they are presented in production order instead of broadcast order. So that's nice that they did that. Another thing that captures my interest is that the rating says TVPG when the Powerpuff Girls is rated TVY7FV. Again, it's just a nitpick, but still something I wanted to point out. As for the review, I would definitely give this set a 5 out of 5. The original Powerpuff Girls is, of course, a really good show, and the AV quality is pretty good for only being in standard definition when you consider that the episodes were originally produced and aired from 1998 to 1999. And the special features are really nice too. Both of the What a Cartoon shorts for the show are included on here, as well as, of course, the short film Whip Ass Stew, A Sticky Situation, although it is censored. And there's other really cool extras too, like pencil test and animatics and stuff. This is a really nice release. Well, at least in terms of the content that's on the disc. In terms of this new release, and I'm being very sarcastic when I say new, this set is a direct reissue in every sense of the word. The only new thing being that they added a slipcover on top. Well, it's good that they didn't remove any extras or anything like that. It's still a little bit lazy for Warner Brothers to do this. And yes, the other Hall of Fame DVD collections are in a similar style to this, where they took the older re-releases and they put slipcovers on them. But it's nice to see that this DVD is being sold in stores again. It's $10 at Walmart, and you can also find it without the slipcover on Amazon for a pretty good price too. And I definitely recommend this set. So now, before I end the video, like I promised earlier, I'm going to give a shout out to my good friend Fairy Princess Valentine, or FPV for short. She's a big fan of the Powerpuff Girls, and she actually has the show's complete series DVD set. That is a set that I really want to get. It came out for the show's 10-year anniversary in 2008, but the thing is, and this is the big problem that I have with that set, is that it's only a 6-disc set, but each disc has their own standard size DVD case inside a big cardboard box that I heard can get damaged really easily. So, yeah, no, it would be a big waste of shelf space. And also, each of the discs are double-sided, as opposed to this set having 2 single-sided discs. I really hope that someday we'll get a new version of the complete series set. Well, not really new. I want to have it to have all the same content, but I want a new reissue of the set where each disc is the content on each disc are split onto 2 single-sided discs, making it a 12-disc set, and put in a box set very similar to Cat Dog's complete series set that came out from Shout Factory, where the 6 discs each are in 2 standard-sized DVD cases put inside a nice cardboard box, which would save a whole lot of shelf space. So, the main reason why I wanted to get this set, besides the fact that I don't have the complete series set, or I don't have the complete series set. I do have some compilation DVDs for the original Powerpuff Girls that came out in the early 2000s, and I also have the Powerpuff Girls movie on DVD, but I don't have the complete series set. And the big monster box that it's packaged in is the main reason why I haven't gotten it yet. So, the main reason why I got this set, besides the fact that I wanted to have the first season of the show on physical media in my collection, is so I can support Warner Brothers reissuing the complete series set in a slimmer package. So, yeah. This is a pretty nice release underneath and on terms of content underneath the slipcover, but if you already have this DVD release or even the complete series set, the only new thing is the slipcover, so you're not missing out on much. But yeah, I'm hoping that with this new series of reissues, Cartoon Network can bring some of their older out-of-print DVDs. Like, besides Season 1 of Billy and Mandy, I also want them to release Season 2 of Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, which is also out of print. Since they're selling the complete first season of that show, hopefully it means that Cartoon Network is interested in reissuing the second season as well. So, yeah. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. The link to FPV's channel will be in the description, as well as Future Gohan SSJ2's channel, and the video where he first talked about these new reissues. And FPV hasn't uploaded any videos yet, but she says that she's planning on doing so in the future. So, yeah. Until next time, I'm Jason the Total Drama Fan, and I am signing off.